Hey guys, Angry Old Man here. Well, looks like my race today is on the West Fork Trail. It's going to be the Husky Fall Crawl 5K. We're going to be heading from Monongah on the other side of the bridge towards Everson, and we're going to be heading from there to about the Everson Bridge, turn around, come back. It's just one of the basic 5K courses. Because it's so wet, the RD decided to cut out the wooden bridge, which is very wise. If anybody's run on these bridges during the wet and the cold, yuck. It is like going ice skating in socks. So anyway, this is one of my favorite running courses, so that's a big plus. I haven't really done much speed work on that side of the course, mostly from Shinston this way or on the Radish Mile, going back and forth on the Radish Mile segment. So we'll see how this goes today. It is really wet. It's just cold enough to be annoying, but not dangerously cold. I am wearing several layers, so that may actually bog me down a little bit, and I'm wearing my pumpkin suit. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and I'll catch up with you after we finish up.
Ready? Go!
Hey guys, well, we're back home after the race, and it went pretty well. I do have to admit I have a lot of anxiety about the taper and the upcoming race. I spent a lot of my time walking around the shop while the girls were shopping and things like that after the race. We needed some basics for the house and groceries, things like that. And I spent most of my time surfing around my phone, just looking at things like, am I doing my taper right? I mean, it's printed right there in my program, but you spend most of your time in taper just second guessing yourself. And you're going to spend most of the time doing that. It's like, I thought for sure I would be doing a 60-mile week, and I'm going to be doing a right at 41 or 42 mile week, which is, and yes, there is a cat in heat just in the other side of the window there. So yeah, I get to hear that all night. Anyway, the 42 miles is, 41 or 42 miles is right at 50% of my maximum mileage week, which was 81, 82 miles, somewhere in there. So, I mean, I'm doing exactly what all of the, all the experts, the guys that talk about tapering, all the articles I read, it's like, yep, 2 weeks before your marathon, you should be about 50% or so. And I was like, it just doesn't feel right. And then I read a paragraph in one of the articles. It was a major marathoning coach, I think from Canada or something like that. And they said it's hard for marathoners or any endurance runner because tapering is counterintuitive. You're doing the exact opposite of what you think you should do. You're actually doing the exact opposite of the signals your body is sending out. You know, you're miserable. You just don't feel very good. You feel sluggish. And week 2 is where you feel the week, 2 weeks before your marathon is where you generally, most people seem to feel the worst from what I've read. I guarantee you, it is the worst I have felt since this week has been the worst I have felt since the year started, and I started, started with the goal of running this marathon. It's just amazing that I might actually be in the best physical condition of my life. I'm routinely running and shorter races and placing in overalls in some cases, and certainly in my age group in others. I'm certainly doing okay. I mean, I haven't broke 20 yet, and sometimes I don't feel I ever will the way things go, but I'm gonna keep trying. And it's just one of those, you just feel like, wow. So hopefully next week will improve. The hay is in the barn. The animals are locked away. Nothing else will be technically productive in my running ability, my speed in general, or my endurance. I'm there. I'm basically just maintaining and recovering to give my peak performance. I'm really just hoping I go ahead and give a decent showing at this race. I have talked a good game. Anywho, today's race was really fun. I enjoyed it. It was wet and it was miserable and it was cold. But it was also a stark reminder that we fight how we train and we train how we fight. We don't show up to races and by virtue of their timing, they could be the worst possible racing conditions you ever face. They could also be, absolutely different from what you're used to training in. There was a race several years ago, actually not several years ago, 2 years ago, just a little more than 2 years ago, where we all showed up to a half marathon, and it was in the middle of, or the beginning of January, and it was 76 degrees in January. There were teenage boys running the marathon that were collapsing, like from heat exhaustion in 76 degree weather, because they had trained in 20 degree weather like the month preceding that. So, I mean, you just don't know what you're going to run into. So if it is a miserable rainy mess, at least I'll know I can run in a miserable rainy mess. Can I run a marathon in a miserable raining mess? Yes, I can, because my very first marathon was a miserable rainy mess. And it was a trail race. It actually had grass and dirt, mud in some places, not just mostly paved trail like your rail trails. It was a trail. So anyway, that's all I got today, guys. My placement in the race was first in my age group. I was the fastest 50-year and older. I was the 5th person across the line. I was the 4th male. The top 3 runners were just heads and tails faster. The top 2 were in the 18s. The next couple folks were up there, and then there was me just right behind Emily, like usual. It's almost expected now. So anyway, Good race. It was to raise money for the North Marion High School. North Marion High School was raising money for one of their travel programs or exchange programs. So very interested in supporting my daughter's high school that they all attended, and very much supporting those endeavors in education. But that's all I got for today, guys. I hope you enjoy some of the pictures and some of the video that my team shot. I hope you have a great day, and run angry, my friends.